Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Going to be definitely cooler today, topping out around 50. Yesterday was a lot warmer, but we will be dry. It'll be nice. It'll be sunny. I love that. 50, I thrive with that, Cande. Love it.
I know you do.
Yeah, going to be nice. By the way, some rain tomorrow, getting a touch warmer tomorrow. A little bit of rain, but I'll tell you what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday into the weekend here looks dry. Looks like a nice fall weekend.
Love it. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
I agree. Cande, did you like the pictures I sent you?
They were beautiful, really. Excuse me, there's a froggy in my throat.
Mm-hmm.
I loved them because Leah looks gorgeous.
Yep.
And so happy. And one of the girls that she plays with was in one of the photos. Very cute.
Sophia, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were so many people there. You said like 500. And
Yeah.
she won an award, which is amazing.
Yep.
And there was a beautiful picture of you and Leah, and you both look great. You're all dressed up in your finest duds.
Yes.
Dana always slips out of the picture taking, and I need to speak with her because these are memories we need to have because, 20 years from now, you're going to want to see that picture again. And you know what? Dana won't be in it.
Nah, Dana will be happy.
I know she's happy that way, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Dana, you got to go for the pic. Especially on a night like this.
Yeah, we'll hopefully be back there next year, and we can redo that. But yeah, some nice pictures from yesterday. We were at the Suffolk County Girls Varsity Tennis Dinner. The first one we've ever attended last year in 9th grade when Leah first started playing. We didn't realize how amazing the dinner was. And then this year, Leah was getting an award yesterday, and it was crazy. It was at Villa Lombardi's in Holbrook, and about 500 people with the parents and the players. I mean, hundreds of tennis players from around Suffolk County, the best of the best. And we just had a nice time. It was a full catering hall type thing. I will say, it would have been nice to have a little cocktail hour, maybe some pigs in blankets, Cande, but the food was a salad, dinner, and dessert, little coffee.
Very nice. What was it, a buffet?
No, he got served like a wedding.
Oh, what did you have?
Well, it was one thing. It was, unless you had a dietary restriction, it was chicken francaise with a pasta with this oil and garlic sauce on this pasta, a tossed salad, a piece of cake, and coffee to end the evening.
Very nice.
It was about 3 hours long. A lot of great awards handed out. All the Suffolk County tennis schools were there. And let me say this, Cande, because Leah and I were both saying this yesterday. We were getting a good laugh out of this. You see, it's different than seeing the girls on the court, right? So you see everyone's in their cocktail dress, their catering hall dress, right? They're all fancied up. The hair is done. It's not pulled back in a ponytail. It's they're all dressed up like they're going to a catered affair. And he's got all these teenage high school girls, and they're so sweet and, hi, how are you? But you know what? Tomorrow, when they got that racket in their hand and they're back on the court, Cande, they're killers.
Beasts. They're
killers.
I love it.
I'm walking around that room, saying, hey, there's a lot of parents. My buddy from the tennis place that I tell you about all the time, the little bromance I got going on there with the guy. By the way, I will say his name is Nick. I never mention his name because I don't know who wants to be, but I will give him a shout out. I don't like putting people's names out there if they don't want it to be. But Nick told me, he said, you got to get dressed up for this event. I said, okay, fine, great. So
Good thing he told you.
Right, put my suit, my tie. Nick didn't have a suit jacket or a tie on.
What?
He had a button-down shirt. He looked very nice, but I'm like, where's your tie? He's like, oh, I don't do ties. I said, okay. So next year I might change the the outfit a little bit. But Candy, all these girls, they're walking around, so cordial. They're all assassins. Every
That's
last
right.
one of them.
Put a rocket in their hand and watch out for your head.
I mean, you don't even understand what you have in that room. It's wild. Yeah, so I'm not fooled by all the makeup and the fancy dresses. All assassins out there last
Yes,
night.
and I used to go to a wrestling ball like that every year, whatever you call it, and they're all dressed up and acting very nice, but I knew the real story too.
That's exactly right. And we had a great time. I sent you a photo of all the girls that train at Leah's facility. They all, well, or most of them. I don't know if every one of them got into the picture, but nice picture of the girls that train at the facility at Eastern Athletic in Blue Point, and Gary, who runs the show over there, was doing some awards, and yeah, it was nice. It was a really nice time last night.
Looked lovely. Now, did Leah sit with you? Because I know some years, like Casey sat with his team members.
Right. So we were at a table that was meant for about 8 to 10 people, but a couple of people that were possibly going to come from our school couldn't make it. My point is this: if a whole team is coming, if 10, 11, 12 girls are coming to the event, then they will separate. There'll be a team table and a parent table.
Now,
But
where did Leah sit? That's
right.
the big question.
Okay, so they separated by school. There were only 2 players from our school. It was Leah and Sophia that attended the event. So we all sat together, the parents
Oh,
and
that's
us.
nice. And her parents were there. That's lovely.
Yes, yes. But if you were a big school that had, a dozen girls there, yeah, you separated. You had separate tables. And the parents would do their thing, and the girls would do theirs. But very nice, and happy to have been there, and hope to return next year. And yeah,
Yes, lovely.
yeah, it was really good. Let's you know what? Let's do this. I think we have a couple of minutes here. We were talking about the 20th anniversary of the movie Elf, Candy.
Yes.
Can't believe it's 20 years.
I
By
can't
the way.
either. And what a great movie. It never grows old for me.
Yeah. Do you know Will Ferrell was not the first choice to
Oh,
play
I did
Buddy
not
the
know
Elf?
that. Who was?
The script was written way back in 1993, and it was meant for Jim Carrey.
Oh, I can sort of see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And here's another little tidbit there's a few, but another little tidbit is that it was made for a very low budget at the time, and Will Ferrell was not a star when it was made, but the movie Old School had come out and was a huge hit, and then Elf came out, and all of a sudden Will Ferrell was a star. He was on SNL and
Yeah.
whatever, but Old School and Elf came out right around the same time, and all of a sudden Will Ferrell was a box office, you know, huge
Yes.
star.
Yes.
Crazy. Yeah.
Definitely.
Buddy the Elf, originally written as a darker character, but director Jon Favreau was not interested in getting on board until it was more family friendly. That made sense. That worked.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know that Buddy's burp, he's got a 12-second burp in the movie, was performed by an actor, Maurice LaMarche, who really did the burp. He was the brain on Pinky and the Brain, that show.
Let me tell you, my brother could have been a burping star. No one belched like my brother. Unfortunately, at me many, many times, or on phone calls that I was having with a friend, and he'd pick up the phone.
Horrible.
To it.
Horrible.
Yes. Horrible. So tortured.
The cotton balls that Buddy eats in the doctor's office are cotton candy, by the way. Will Ferrell really did eat all the sugar, including the maple syrup-coated spaghetti and candy. That was a real dish.
Oof.
Yeah, it was not fake. Buddy's fight with the fake Santa, played by Artie Lang, was done in one take. It took so long to decorate that room at the department store that Jon Favreau said, just go crazy, wreck it, we're doing one take. That's all you get.
Oh.
Yep. And the final note on the 20th anniversary of Elf. Do you know Will Ferrell turned down $30 million to make a sequel because he was worried it would not be good and people would accuse him of just doing it for the money?
Now I respect that.
Yeah,
Because he could have made a big old pile of money.
He would have made a bundle. Seinfeld did the same thing. He was offered $110 million to do one more season of Seinfeld, and he said no, not doing it.
I admire that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they have enough money; they'll all be fine.
Right.
I still admire it.
Pretty wild. Cande, coming up less than 20 minutes away. You're bald and the beautiful entertainment. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood. We've got your National Days Good News Stories in the 8 o'clock hour. And a crisp day, about 50. Dry. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.